Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make an Among Us statue. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button as it really helps me and the channel out very much. Here are all of the materials that we will need to make our statue. Please do make sure that you have access to all those materials and enough of them as well. And now that we have all of our stuff, we can get started. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first thing that we have to do is make the legs of our statue. So we're going to place a row of 2 red concrete in a row on the floor. So 1, 2. You then want to leave a gap of 2 and then you want to place 2 more. So 1, 2. These 2 rows right here, number 1, want to get extended backwards by an additional row to make them little squares. And then in addition to that, we want to raise them up by 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we want to do this on both sides. So not only do we want to do this to one leg, but we want to do it to the other leg as well. And it's also worth mentioning, as we are in these preliminary stages, you don't have to make your statue red. You can make it any color that you like. Simply swap out the red concrete and the glass for whatever your color of choice may be. What we now want to do is join the legs together at the top, just in the middle like this. We then want to take the entire row that we have created and extend it towards us by 2 additional rows, so 1 and then 2. We also want to extend backwards by 2 as well, so that's going to be 1 and 2. We then want to take the sides of the statue and we only want to take the middle 4 blocks and we want to extend them outwards by 1 row, so the 4 middle blocks, not the 2 end blocks, we want to leave those alone. We then want to take the outside of the statue, so we want to take the left and right side of the statue, the outer blocks, and we want to raise them up by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we want to do the same with the back as well. So the entire back, the left and right sides, we want to extend all of this up by 6. Notice that I didn't say to extend the front up. Now, the front has a little bit of a different story attached to it. We have to do something a little bit different. We will still be extending it up, of course. We don't want to have any empty rows, but when it comes to the front, we want to take the left and right sides and we want to extend them upwards, equal in height to those around us. We want to join them together at the top. We want to fill the middle of this area in using glass block, just like this. And that's what we want to have. We essentially want to create sort of like a Teletubby. Then we want to fill the top of the statue in using red concrete. You can even use glass for this, by the way, as well. We want to find the center of the statue. So the statue has a center point of 4 blocks. And you want to place 2 rows of smooth quartz on top of the 4 middle blocks. Now, these 4 middle blocks should hopefully be quite easy to find. It's the area like in between the legs where these 2 middle rows of glass are. That's where they are this way. And on the side, of course, we only have a row of 4, so it's quite easy to identify which the 2 middle blocks are on this side. Well, when you have the 2x2 square that you have created, or cube as it is, you want to place upside down quartz stairs hanging off the ends. You then want to place regular sideways facing quartz stairs on top, and then you want to place the opposite quartz stairs inwards. And this will give you, unfortunately, the bone that I guess that is attaching the head to the body. Unfortunately, the head is nowhere to be found. This is all that we are left with. We just have to do the little backpack now, and this is quite easy to make. It's made out of black concrete and red concrete. You come to the back of the statue. You don't take the bottom row, but you take the one above it and you place an entire row of black extending out from it. You take the left and right side ends and you place 1, 2, 1, 2 black concretes. You place red concrete in between the first row and the second row black concrete. You extend every corner upwards by 7 rows using black concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice that it is almost but not quite as high as the bone. we then want to extend and connect all of the black concretes together. So essentially, if you extend up each one of the 4 corners, then join them together at the top, can't go too far wrong. We're then going to place red concrete in every single remaining face. Wherever we have the empty blocks, we want to place the red concrete just like this on every single side, and then that will be that. So we just want to have something which should look exactly like this, which is perfect. And how do you get into your house? Very easy. Place a row of ladders up one of the legs. I'm going for the left leg, why not? It's up to you. You choose whichever you like. Stick a ladder on the inside here, and boom, this is your house. If you want to create a bit more space, you can dig into the back of your house. You'll be able to see right here that we actually have access to the inside of the little backpack area as well. You're more than welcome to kind of like seal it off on the inside with a little bit of red concrete too. And this is what you'll have. Obviously, you'll have that weird little like black line that we have there, but I mean, it's, you know, it's up to you how you want to have it. And something that I'm going to do also just before I start decorating is I'm going to place some red concrete like this. I kind of want to create kind of like a shelf inside of the house. And I want to be able to climb up and down inside of the house. So I'm having a shelf that's kind of like, I have 2 rows down here on the bottom part, and I have 2 rows above. I'm going to create a little ladder here on the right side. Underneath here, I think that I'll have some sort of storage up on top. I'm sure that I'll find something to fill it in, and we'll be able to fill the house in. But first of all, let me grab some interior materials, and then we can do exactly what I talked about. So here are all of the materials that I plan on using on the inside of the house. Do feel free to pause the video and make sure that you have all the same materials if you want to have the same interior as me. So first of all, I'm going to grab the crafting table, cartography table, fleshing table, smithing table, stone cutter, grindstone, barrels, chest, and flower pots. And I'm going to kind of figure out a nice little system on how I want all of this put together. So I'm thinking over here on the left and over here on the right, I kind of just want to have a couple of double chests. Just for storage, I want to have a nice amount of storage built into the house. Now, I know that I don't have to have this row of red concrete here, so I'm actually going to delete that. And I'm going to build in the crafting table, cartography table, fleshing table, and smithing table into the back here. I think that actually looks quite cool. And then I guess that we can have the stone cutter on the floor, and we can have the grindstone on the floor as well. And then we don't really need anything else in the middle. We could also use a little bit of carpet as well, just to keep things decorative. We could even chuck like a flower pot in front of all of this with some flowers in as well. Some lanterns would be actually nice to hang up maybe like here, just to kind of like, again, just to keep things nice and bright. But if we have a little bit of carpet just in between, kind of like leading from the entrance just to here, and then if we have, like, as I say, like a couple of flower pots just kind of like strewn in front with some flowers, then that looks pretty cool. I think we've got access to everything that we need. We could even have like another chest in between this, so that makes it an even more useful crafting station. I'm thinking maybe here on the left, since we've got a little bit of an open space, we can have an armor stand, and later on I'll equip that with a nice set of armor. Maybe even another armor stand here on the right as well, just in case we want to have a couple of different sets. If we head upstairs here, so this is where the bedroom is going to be. So first and foremost, we need a bed, but I'm going to also use bookshelves, an enchantment table, anvil. I'm going to grab all the furnaces, chests. We'll almost certainly need lanterns as well. So I'm going to place bookshelves all the way, actually all the way inside doesn't really work, so I'm going to have like half of this area covered in bookshelves. I'm going to have a what happened there? Guys, I'm stuck. What happened? Guys, I ended up here. Okay, alright, well, I'll place the bed this side then. So I'll have a double bed there. I'll have an enchantment table and an anvil. And now that I've done that, I'm just going to replace that block. That was kind of scary. I don't know what happened there. And then I'm going to chuck a lantern there. And then over off here to the side, how do I want to do it? I kind of want, maybe I'll just have a couple of furnaces, a blast furnace and a smoker. And we don't really need anything else. I might chuck a lantern here just for a little bit of light. And I might use the carpet just to decorate the top of the platform a little bit, so that looks pretty cool. I guess that since we haven't used the barrel, we can chuck a barrel down here, not really doing any harm. If we want, we can have some paintings and some item frames. I mean, we could have like a painting either side, just like this if we want to, keep things nice and bright a little bit. Maybe even place a couple of lanterns towards the front of the house, just to, again, keep things nice and bright. We can have a few sets of armor. As I said, I'm just gonna put gold everywhere because gold armor is my favorite armor. I love the color; it's so nice and vibrant, and you know, I always wear the hat, my trusty builder's hat, and yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I mean that's kind of it. I'm pretty happy with this house, and hopefully you like the tutorial as well. So I do hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did enjoy this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me and the channel out very much. If you're new around here, please do consider subscribing and clicking that little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all my videos sent directly to your sub box. And if you do want to make anything else by me, check out the card system and the description below for more of my tutorials, or maybe even just the suggested videos off there to the right. Make sure that it's my actual channel, and you should be able to find some really cool stuff that you like. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.